We'll be talking about the post-match highlights between Chelsea and Southampton. So I have with me on the studio, he's popularly called Tao, but his real name is Daniel Brokwa. So Daniel, we'll be talking about Chelsea today. I see that you have smiles on your face. I think it's from excitement, and
Yeah, I
it's also
guess we
from the
won
fact
today.
that we won our game today. What changed?
No, I think first of all, we need to stop and put a pause on this whole thing, right? I guess, we needed some win to go. Southampton is bad. These are one of the teams that probably should not be playing in the Premier League.
Two
They're
wins.
really
The whole
bad,
season they have just two
right?
wins.
They're really bad. So, no need to read too much into the game, right?
Mhm.
These are these are teams that average teams can beat easily. So if we beat them, maybe we are an average team. Because I think Brighton beat them 4-0, maybe a week or two ago. They're not
Yeah.
that good. But let me say, United struggled against them, right? They needed magic from Ahmad, right? Crazy hat trick to win against to win against them. So yeah, I agree. Maybe we can read something into them. But guess what United is? United is 15th. United is 15th. And so if you beat Southampton, you haven't done anything. So let's not go
Yeah,
crazy
but
on
teams were
on
even
I
scoring
mean,
us. Every team was scoring against us. I mean, don't you think this can give us some level of confidence in our subsequent games?
maybe it will, but our best player still can score 1-on-1. So I don't know how that confidence
Yeah,
go here.
we'll
If
come back
Palmer
to
gets
that.
going, if
What is
Palmer
the
gets
issue with
going,
Palmer? Has he lost confidence or what? What is the issue?
yeah, it's confidence. I mean, if you look at the mess on, go back and watch the Southampton game. He made a crazy mess, and in the minute 55. That should tell you right there. He's lacking confidence, and so right now what he's doing is he's trying to play for himself. He's trying to chase statistics, right? He's trying to do anything to get some stats on the sheet just so he can build some confidence. And that's the problem. If you're a striker, if you talk to strikers or goal scorers who are going through a rough patch, it's horrible. We saw Haaland do the same thing, go through the same stretch. I think within what game 15 to 20, he was struggling too, right? So yeah, I mean, I think every striker goes through it, but Palmer got to get going because we really need him. If Palmer's scoring, Chelsea's scoring.
For some time now, I mean, he's not been scoring. Personally, I have an issue with the team, and it's not just Palmer. Nobody seems to know how to play football anymore. From the last two games against Aston Villa, I think the initial 20 minutes, we did something. We started very well. Unfortunately, it just turned and they started scoring us. This same game, I mean, when we started the same play, I saw that there was a little bit of potential. The good thing is that we didn't concede and we kept on scoring. Okay, so what difference? What changed?
Southampton, right?
Yeah, I understand that Southampton is on the last position. They are not doing well. They've just won two games,
They
but
are crap. Let's just
teams
call it
that
as it is. They're
even teams that
crap.
were not doing well were scoring us. So I understand they are last, but even when we started, if you realize they had some confidence and they were attacking us.
So let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I mean, I'm gonna summarize our whole stretch of struggles in one word. Maresca. Right? I have some tweets and I'm gonna show you those tweets. When we signed Maresca, a lot of the Leicester fans came out and said, we're gonna wait till we hit December. You'll come back to this tweet. I mean, it's as if it was a prophecy, right? As soon as we hit the December mark, we started struggling. He got figured out. Premier League is the top tier, it's an elite league. Managers are paid top money to figure teams out. He got figured out and he had no plan B. That's the problem. He got figured out and had no plan B. So all of a sudden, players that were winning at some point were what 4 points within Liverpool. All of a sudden, these players don't know how to play anymore. Nani don't know how to score goals no more, right? Nani that scored hat trick against Wolves, he was basically non-existent against Wolves in a return leg. These players all of a sudden didn't just stop knowing how to play, right?
But how is that
It's the
possible?
system.
How is
Well,
that
they got
possible?
figured out. They got figured out,
It's
right?
the same players that were winning.
It's not about individual brilliance, right? Football moved away from individual brilliance. Now it's about team play. If you are playing a system that has been figured out, you can. So in the first half of the season, our whole brain, right, our whole team was based on Casido, right? Casido was breaking up plays. He was breaking up the lines, right, and freeing up Enzo, right, and Lavia to move on, and then they'll get a ball easily to Palmer. Now teams are double teaming Casido. You don't see his impact anymore. If you don't see
Yeah.
the impact of Casido, our team's not going. So we're always chasing the ball. or even if we have the ball, they double team him and they get the ball away from him. Once we got figured out, right? And teams also are doing this. They're not taking the ball through the midfield. They're just one long ball out, and it just goes past our midfield. They know our midfield. It's a quarter billion midfield. They know how good it is. They're not going to go through the midfield. Even City was doing it. I watched the City game with you, and every time I kept telling you, when they get the ball, they move it straight to the flanks, right to the wings. When we started the game, they were trying to play to the midfield.
It had to do with confidence, because I felt the City
No,
game we were
it's not
afraid of
confidence.
City and we're not even attacking.
No, we're not. When we started the game, we were unplayable. They couldn't play us. When we started the game, they couldn't play against us because they were trying to play through the midfield. Once they realized, no, we can play these guys through the midfield, what did Pep do? Pep changed the tactics right away. You and I were analyzing the game as we were watching it.
Yes.
Pep changed the game right away. And what did our coach do? Just sat there and said, I'm going to wait till my plan, my only plan, the plan A, works. And it never, and it never did. It never did. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Our whole struggles is on Maresca. He has only one plan and zero alternatives. There are no other options, right? And that is literally the formula of a championship coach. I'm sorry, but he's a championship coach.
So you think it's not good enough for Chelsea?
Of course not. It's not good enough.
Okay. So assuming he's not good enough, which coach do you think will bring Chelsea back to winning ways?
You're not gonna like my answer, but even though he's not good enough, we still got to stick with him. I'm just getting tired of us changing coaches, right? I didn't like Poch, right? But I thought he started getting some wins going, and guess what they did? They fired him, right? And we have to start all the way from scratch. I think we got to find a way, even though he's a championship coach, right? And what we have is a bunch of kindergarten players playing right now. Let them build together. It's gonna be a painful journey. Let them build together, and we figure it out. I mean, I guess that is our level right now, right? But if we really want a good coach, go for that Dortmund coach last season who took them to the final. He's good. He's available. He's just not a yes man, so the board may not like him.
So let's look at the game against Southampton from the individual players. What do you think about our goalkeeper, Jurgensen?
He made a save, right? And everyone is talking about that save. It was a great save, but he literally saved the ball and put it right in the middle. Any good team is basically going to score from there. If they had any poacher, Southampton, again, is bad. So even though that save was good, he literally just grabbed it and placed it right in the middle. Right? I think we need a better goalkeeper. He's still not good.
You think Jurgensen is still not good enough?
No, he's better than Sanchez.
We loaned off Petrovic. I mean, he was good for us last season, but we loaned him off, and I think we tried to play Jurgensen and Sanchez. Personally, I don't like Sanchez.
No one is saying it, but Kepa is literally top 5 goalkeepers in the league right now.
Yeah, but Kepa, we've had Kepa before.
We've had him before. You're not convinced about him. Right now, he's top 5 goalkeepers in the league, and we are still paying his wages. He's still a goalkeeper.
So we should go get him back?
He's not as bad as the 2 we got right now. He can be worse. He can be worse. Why not? We're paying him. We paid world record fee for him.
Yep.
Why not? Why not? He can be bad. He can be worse than Sanchez for sure. He can.
Well, I think that maybe that's my opinion, but I think we should give Jurgensen some chance. Let him try.
If you're gonna give any goalkeeper a chance, go get Petrovic back.
I mean, I think we're on the same page with that. But in the meantime, we don't have Petrovic. If he's going to be available, he's going to be at the summer. So right now, we are stuck with Jurgensen and Sanchez. I'll choose Jurgensen over Sanchez.
Yeah, go ahead, do it. I mean, the season is a write-off for me. So I mean, when you ask me these questions, I'm already planning on 2026. I mean, the season is a write-off for me.
Don't give up hope now.
No,
so let's move straight to our defense line. I think today we played Gusto, Toast. No, is it? Yeah, we played Gusto, Tosin, Cowell, and Cucurella. What do you think of these guys? I mean, how did they play today? Were you impressed? I mean, the same formation. They have disappointed us for some time now.
I like Tosin. And again, interestingly, if you look at our back line, this is interesting. Do you see this? This is what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I'm not looking at the right one. Is this from the game this season?
Yeah, today's game.
From the game today?
Yeah.
Oh, but the stats are not right. That's the season stats. Never mind. Okay,
It's
there you go.
Southampton. See, it's showing at the top.
Right, but then it was giving me, yeah, okay, good. So our back line all had goals. No, everyone had a goal or an assist there except Gusto, I guess. So I can't complain about the back line at all. It couldn't get worse. But then again, we're playing against Southampton, right?
Mhm.
Anybody will get stacked against them. Anybody,
Mhm.
anybody. So I mean, I don't like Colwell, but I think Fofana was on the bench today, so maybe if we can get Fofana back, it will be good. Towson is great. Interestingly, Towson is actually the most experienced, not the most experienced, but the oldest player in the league in our team. Yeah, he's the oldest player in our team, with Nkunku, I
Can you
guess.
show the season stats? Let me see what is there.
Okay.
Because it looks like this is the player rating for today's game.
Yep. This is season stats. This is the season. Cucurella has 3 goals and an assist. Coral has 1 goal from today, right?
Okay.
And then an assist. Tosin has a goal, and then an assist, and Gusto has 1 assist.
It's not that bad. We
It's
have,
not bad.
yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look into it, they probably stat padded against some lower bottom teams, right? We've spent so much money on this team, and we still have bad players. I don't get it.
Okay, so
Yep,
Jorgensen got 8.0.
from
It
today's
means he
game,
was impressive.
Southampton.
Yes. I understand the Southampton argument you're making. But at the same time, bro, they were all scoring us.
Yeah,
Everybody,
I
every
mean,
team was scoring us.
yeah, I
So
mean,
if
I
we've
guess you can
won, if
say.
we've gotten one win, I think we should be appreciative of the fact that at least we've had a win, and that is taking us to the international break.
Yeah, I'll give you that. There's an international break. Yeah, I think FA Cup is over the weekend. We
Yeah,
are out. We got kicked out, so we can't play it.
yeah.
So
For that, I'm definitely gonna blame. Yeah, you know who. So
yep.
Cucurella, Colwell, Tosin, Gusto. Gusto for some time now, he hasn't really impressed. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know what happened to him, but he got so many injuries. I guess you can't
But
really
at
blame
some
him.
point, he was doing very well. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared.
Injuries, injuries, right? And that's another. I mean, that's another debate for another day. But I have my own theory about how much these fullbacks are getting injured. We asking so much from our fullbacks, right? Every team, just look around. Every team that uses their fullbacks and their wings to attack, right? The right back and the left backs, because they are asked to join in attack and also having to track back and defend, they're always pulling hamstrings. Look at Trent. Trent is always getting injured. Luke Shaw is still not back. Dalot is always getting injured, right? In Malasia from United, it's all he probably never got back after his injury, right? Chelsea, we all know Reece James. Reece James is still not back. Even when he gets back, he gets injured again, right? We're always getting injuries. It's such a problem. I think it's in the modern game, teams are asking their fullbacks to do too much. And so I understand Maresca when he tells his fullbacks to invert, because that means you're not really bumping up so much up front and then having to track all the way back to defend again, right? It's a lot of work. But I think, to me, the way we use our fullbacks is not just Chelsea. Every team, we always gonna struggle. Players are gonna keep getting injured, especially with how much load we put on these players.
What do you think of Neto playing as number 9? Has it impressed you so far, or you think there's still room for improvement?
I think he did great. Even with the Aston Villa game, he did very well until he got figured out, and our coach did not adapt. Right, in the Aston Villa game, his assist was great.
Yeah.
I think he did great.
So
And
you
then
think we
we
should
didn't
keep
move in.
playing him in the 9th position even when Jackson
Yeah.
comes back?
Oh no, hell no. You know me and Jackson, right? You got to play Jackson. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. For some reason, our shot on goals dried up, our attack is dried up, and our chances dried up. Right? Because if you look at Jackson, Jackson is always looking to stretch the defense. Always. I'm sure every defense that's playing against us is not happy Jackson is not there. He might get some upside, he might miss some goals, but his runs free up Palmer a lot. Everyone is wondering why Palmer is not scoring. Even when Palmer gets 1-on-1, it's at close range. Or he's always got 2 or 3 players around him. But if he has Jackson, they don't know if he's going to pass to Jackson or he's going to try to shoot by himself. So he always got chance. He always got space. He's always have time to shoot. That's the problem we're having right now. We don't have anybody that does that. We don't have anybody that's going at the opponent defenders non-stop. Jackson will miss. He will miss again. But guess what? The next chance he gets, he's gonna come at you again. You're never gonna rest. That's what we need. So Neto is good. Neto has pace, but he needs a lot of space to do that. Right? He will stretch the defense. right? And I like that. If you give him that chance, he would do it. So right now, that's what we got. I don't want Nkunku up front. So if Neto can play it, he got an assist and a goal today. Let's do it.
But what do you think is the actual position of Nkunku?
I don't even know anymore. Nkunku got to go. But
So
I mean,
that is the issue I have with players when they come to Chelsea. We all know Nkunku. He was a very great player. He was scoring goals. When we bought him, we knew his potential when we bought him. But Nkunku looks like a shadow of himself. And these are, like I said in my previous video, Nkunku is a type of player like the way we had with Salah and also De Bruyne. Is a type of player that when we sell, will end up performing in the other club and would really not be happy we sold him. So what can we do to get the best out of Nkunku?
you just said it, right? As a player, he's great. But once you put him in a team and a formation, he struggles. Who do you put that on? Last
So
season,
you
we
think
really
it's a
can rate him
coach
because he didn't
problem,
play.
reason why
Oh,
they are
yeah.
not performing?
We all know how good Caicedo is, right? Why
Yeah.
why do you think we're not getting we're not seeing his impact anymore? I just explained it. He's now getting double teamed. What is our coach doing about it?
Maybe we can
Right?
bring in different players like Matis Amogu.
I've never heard of this player before Chelsea went for him. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't have
We
any
actually
opinion about
bought
him.
him
He came in and
to
played only 7 minutes? I don't know. I don't know much about him. I can speak.
we actually bought him to relieve our midfield of the constant play. But yeah,
And
I'm
then
yet to see him play
and then
more
we also
games.
played Mweka guy, and I think Maresca said we didn't buy him to play him, right? We bought him for the future. I don't know, man. Like, bro, why would we spend $1 billion and still have all these side men?
What about KDH? Dewsbury Hall.
Useless. I mean, I think we bought him because we had to show Maresca good faith, right? We had to show him that we actually support him. So when we signed Maresca, we had to find a way to sign his best player from Leicester. That's it. That's my only opinion. We had no business signing him. We have you say it all the time. We have Caicedo in that position. We have Fernandes in that position. We had Chukwuemeka in that position. We had Ugochukwu in that position. We have Lavia in that position.
Chukwuemeka and Ugochukwu are on loan. So we virtually
Before
don't
that,
have
before we signed KDH,
Yes.
we had them. What was and though all these players are better than KDH, why do we sign KDH? Why?
That's a good question. I don't know why. Maybe Maresca knows.
We signed I think we signed 4 players over the summer, and all these players, right? Viega,
Felix.
Felix, KDH, a bunch of kids I don't even count. All these players were up for sale.
We got
in January.
Tosin as well, correct? Yeah. We bought him from last season.
Okay, so we bought him from last. Okay, all right, so we bought him 2 from there.
He's played 23 games, he scored 4 goals. That isn't bad for a defender.
Yeah, it's not bad, and it was free too. So I mean, so we paid. So we bought 4 players over the summer, right, for the senior team, and almost all of them. I mean, I guess maybe Tosin was probably not on a chopping block, but almost all of them. Dewsbury Hall was on a chopping block, and we already sold 2, or we sent 2 on loan, right? What is the directors doing, right? How do you sign a player and less than 6 months later, you're already trying to ship them out? What's going on?
What are your thoughts of us sending Chilwell on loan?
The coach didn't want him. We had to send him out. That's not a problem too, right? We have all these players that we've sent out on loan. They're all going to come back. I remember before the season started, right? You know, there were a lot of questions to Maresca saying, hey, you have all these players. What are you going to do with them? And he said, I don't have these players, right? I'm only training with 24. So what's going to happen? Because all the players are coming back. Sterling will be coming back. We haven't sold anybody, remember?
Yeah.
We haven't sold anybody for money. All of them are just out on loan. We're still paying their wages. Part of it, right? Part of the wages.
I even forgot about Sterling.
Sterling is coming back. Ugochukwu is coming back, right? Chukwuemeka is coming back, right? Felix is coming back.
Ugochukwu.
Viega is coming back. They're all coming back. All of them are coming back. I don't know, bro. It's a lot. So I know you guys probably came to listen to the Southampton, reaction. But to me, the Southampton reaction, I don't want us to get carried away. I don't want to carried away with it. I think it was just a blip, right? Everyone is beating Southampton. We beat them too. We can't read any meaning into that game. So we are going to take it as a season as a whole and look at the players, because I don't want to read any meaning into Southampton. I don't want to tell you Neto scored and going and give an assist so he's back. Same with Nkunku. I'm not going to tell you he scored a goal and give an assist so he's good. No, he's not. They're still crap. They just played against a crapper team. That's it.
Interesting. I know you're very passionate about Chelsea, and the fans will start seeing it. They will see that the overly passionate side of you very soon. Our time is almost over. Any hope for the future?
I mean, I was excited about the fans staging a protest. I haven't really seen a lot about it because obviously, life was life, and I was working, so I haven't really seen a lot about it. After this game, it's 9 p.m. in my time as we're recording, right? I'm gonna spend some time and see how the protest went and even the impact it had, right? I mean, I was excited about it. The fact that we've gone 10 games, right, struggling, and the fans are already staging a protest should tell you, whoever owns Chelsea, whoever is at the realm of Chelsea should tell you, we're not gonna stand, right, and go down. Fans have high standards, and I like that. So that's number one. Number two, to me, the season is already a write-off, right? I don't think we're gonna make top four. I don't even think we're gonna make top six, which means we're gonna be worse from last season. I did the math, right? We have 46 points right now, right? I don't think our last stretch of games, right? I think we play Liverpool, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, and Manchester United away. We're not gonna win any of those games. Right? I don't think we're adding, to me, I think we're gonna get about 62 points. Last season we had 63, which means we're gonna be worse off. We're probably gonna come in seventh or sixth. If we come sixth and play Conference League, please, I don't want to talk about Conference League no more. Don't call me about Conference League. I'm not talking about Conference League. But then again, to me, let's just season is a write-off. Let's move on to the next season, and hopefully we can ship a lot of the dead wood out, ship them out, and get better players in. Right? Which is the reason why I'm going back to the protest. I was happy about the protest because that means the sporting directors and the owners are going to sit up and realize they got to get better players in. The sporting directors are not good enough. They don't have good network to get us good players. All right. So to me, the season is a write-off. Hopefully, we can ship a lot of deadwood out and get some better players in. That's all I got.
Let me ask one more question. If you had the opportunity to get in one striker, I know you like Jackson. So let's assume that we are getting another striker to help Jackson. Which striker do you have in mind, or which striker do you think we should get?
If Osimhen is available, get him. But I think we missed the mark. We should have got him over the summer. And again, we didn't get him because the team, and the board or our wage structure is crap, right? He was available. He wanted to come in. We just couldn't structure our wages to get him, and that's the reason why we didn't get him. So I think now he's performing at Galatasaray. There's going to be a lot of teams that also would want him. There are more eyes on him. So I don't think we're going to get him. But if he's available, he's a Chelsea fan. I know he's a child. Drogba is his idol, right? Mikel is trying to put in a word for us. If we can get him, get him. I know I like Jackson, but I don't think we started Jackson to be a striker. Move him to the left. He will kill them over there. He will make runs and create space for for Palmer and Osimhen. If we have Osimhen, if we can get him. Get him. He's the best out there. He's a Chelsea fan. That's all. I mean, I don't have anything else to say right there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I think he has a release clause of £75 million. If we can activate that, that would be great.
Get him.
I mean, we bought Enzo for 100 million plus. Same for Casemiro.
Look what we get. Right.
Thank you for coming to today's show, my very good friend Tao. It's good to have you on the show. I mean, this is the first.
Good to be here too.
The first partnership we've had, so. We'll be having many more partnerships. I'm sure the fans out there would love to hear more of you. So let's keep it up and let's do more recordings. And yeah, good night, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.